you're thinking about moving to Kentucky and you want affordability, I have got the location for you. Today we are in Logan County in Russellville, where I'm breaking down where you can start looking at homes that are $80,000 less than homes are selling for in Warren County. Stay tuned because we're going to get after it right now. My name's Melissa, and my team and I help people just like you make their smooth move to Kentucky every single day, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, or even better, schedule time to meet on Zoom. We would love the chance to work with you and help you make a smooth move to Kentucky. Let's get after learning all about Russellville and Logan County and what makes this location so special. So why should Russellville and Logan County be on your list of locations to consider when you're thinking about moving to South Central Kentucky? Well, let's start with cost of living. The housing index here is 82 out of 100 national average. That means you're saving a ton when it comes to housing and just overall expenses. And then when you look at the average cost of a home here, it is about $220,000. That is a phenomenal savings over the national averages right now that we're seeing in median cost of housing. And then we also have a charming downtown. We're over here at Carrico Square right now. This is the very heart of Russellville, and they hold a lot of festivals in the area, but surrounding this are over 200 businesses downtown. And it is extremely deeply steeped in history and historical in nature. We're gonna dive into a little bit more about the housing, the historical aspects, and also why you might wanna just, give it an overall look before you make up your mind about South Central Kentucky. So let's go take a look around. I wanna show you a little bit of the downtown, and we're gonna talk about the history right now. So let's talk about where Logan County is. Let's jump into the map and take a look. Logan County is located along Highway 68, which runs from Bowling Green through Russellville, and it also makes this nice wide loop around town. So there's plenty of room for future growth and expansion. And it is also located 26 miles from Bowling Green and 35 miles from Hopkinsville, which makes those both about 30 or 40-minute drive. And then Clarksville and the Fort Campbell area is going to be 36 miles, taking you about 45 minutes depending on where you're going from. Nashville is going to be 64 miles, so budget about an hour and 10 minutes to get to Nashville. And if you're going to the B&A airport, that's going to be a little bit further, so about an hour and 15 minutes to get there. And if you're headed up to Louisville, it's 145 miles or 2 hours and 20 minutes. So Russellville is going to be the county seat for Logan County, which was established in 1792. And the population here in the county is about 28,000 residents, and there's a little over 7,000 living in the city of Russellville itself. In its over 225 years, this area predates the Civil War. That's why it's so steeped in history, which is amazing. And it's known historically for agriculture, especially the dark-fired tobacco that was raised in this area, but it's now more transitioning into a manufacturing area, and they are a hub for jobs and manufacturing and technology. And then the cost of living index that's really interesting here in this area is 82, whereas it would be 100 on the nation level. So you're going to be saving across the board, not just on housing, but on everything that you buy on a day-to-day basis here in Logan County. And the history is so rich in Logan County and Russellville. Like I mentioned earlier, they're known for their tobacco legacy. And it grew up as a tobacco trading hub and is famous for its dark-fired tobacco, which is a Kentucky specialty cured by wood smoke. And every year they hold the Tobacco and Heritage Festival downtown on the square where we just were. It's every October, and they have parades, crafts, car shows, live music. It's a lot of fun. The whole community turns out. And it's also known for Andrew Jackson's famous stool in the early 1800s. Before he was president, he was in Logan County, and he and a gentleman by the name of Charles Dickens, not Charles Dickinson, the author, but Charles Dickens, the attorney, got into a duel. Both were shot, and Charles died, and President Jackson went on to be president. And then historical district. This area is so steeped in history. There are actually 50 blocks of downtown Russellville that are historical designations with historical properties and lots of history. So if you wanted to come down here and do a walking tour, you're going to love the architecture and the history. There's actually parts of town that still have bricks that pave the sidewalks and streets, but there's so much here to see and do. Plus, with 200 businesses downtown, you're sure to find a cute boutique, or even better, my favorite coffee shop, the Flying Pig, which sounds great. Let's go down there and take a look. Now, if you've watched any of my segments on YouTube, you know I can't go anywhere without visiting some of the local hotspots for food. And I have been told that Roy's in Russellville is the spot for barbecue. People come from all over and they rave about it. There's also Ariella's on the square. That is kind of like your more sit down, fancy dining. And then there's a place called The Shack where you can get, like, I don't know, chicken tenders, fries. They've got the world's best honey mustard apparently. And then they also have catfish. And then I am actually here at this adorable Flying Pig, which is the best coffee. I stop here every time I come through Russellville, and I have a frozen hot chocolate today. So good. All right, let's go check out some of those houses. Let's chat a little bit about housing in Logan County and Russellville. So I get people coming to me all the time and they're looking for prices that are a little bit lower than maybe like the Warren County median price of $309,000. I'm gonna start looking at some of our surrounding communities because we have pockets where homes tend to run below the averages, even within our local MLS board. And Logan County is one of those that inevitably always pops up. There's home growth in Auburn, also in Russellville. They're starting to grow a little bit around the Lewisburg area and Adairville, but definitely Russellville has some more growth coming. With major employers like Logan Aluminum, it's easy to see that they're going to need more housing in the future, especially as Warren County continues to grow and change a little bit more from a small town feel to a little bit more of that smaller city. This area is brand new. This is Jackson's Landing. It's a little bit higher than the median price point of around $220,000 in Russellville, but a lot of that is based on some of the smaller homes that were built in the 50s, and they're just now catching up with new construction. Jackson's Landing's brand new. These homes are going to be closer to around $277,000, a little bit under $280,000, maybe up to there. They're 3-bed, 2-bath. A lot of them are 1 levels, and they're going to have, you know, your basic features for new construction, but definitely in that affordable price point, and a great option if you're looking for something that's not going to break the bank, but get you into Russellville in a brand new construction home. You would have things like the 1-year builder warranty that would come with it, and they're just a really great option if you want to be in new construction. And then there are a lot of historic homes that are going to be in Russellville with over 50 blocks of historic homes. And then you also have like those smaller brick ranches that are going to be a little bit outside of the immediate downtown area. And then you transition into a little bit further away where you have homes like these over here in Jackson's Landing. This particular area is also really close to some of the medical complexes and centers in Russellville. So they do have a Graves Gilbert clinic where you're going to have doctor care. They also have a hospital that has an ER, and it was recently acquired by the medical center. Medical center is also out of Bowling Green, so you would have, you know, more additional doctors within the same medical practice. And then my pediatrician actually is out here, and she has Red Maple Pediatrics. We love her. We actually bring the kids all the way from Bowling Green to Russellville just because of that. So if you're looking for affordable housing and you want to start off under $300,000, new construction at around 1,500 square feet is going to be an option for you. Let's go check out the next price point. Now we're over in Fairfield Acres. As you can see, this is a brand new neighborhood. They haven't even put the asphalt down yet. You have to know where these homes are because homes like this are custom built. They're not big box builders. In fact, there's no big box builders that I know of in Russellville or Logan County. Everything is going to be with a custom builder who's building a neighborhood or a lot. This home right here next to me is on market currently. It is a custom built 2,400 square feet, just under $400,000, and it's going to be an over acre lot. You got 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and he does a lot of upgraded features, things like custom cabinetry, granite countertops, asphalt driveway. You've got covered front porches, back porches, wood accent beams. He did the board and batten on the exterior, which is a really nice touch. Wood stairs on the front, upgraded light fixtures, like I said, custom cabinets. They're just really, really beautiful homes, crafted really nicely. And from start to finish, he's one of the fastest builders I've ever met. He can build a house in 6 weeks. He has his own dedicated crew. So this is one of his neighborhoods, and you have to know about that because most of them he sells before he even finishes the house. He will get them started, pick out a floor plan, and then sell it. I actually sold the one behind us earlier this year. That was one that he had built. My clients were hunting around Logan County and Russellville. We couldn't find an option that was going to work for them, and then we met with him before he even broke ground. They actually got it as it was they had just set the block, and by later that week it was completely framed and under roof. So he moves extremely fast with the houses, and they also sell extremely fast. So that's why you got to get with us, because it takes knowing where everything is in order to sometimes find the right property. For this price point, when you're in the 400s, and excuse the shakiness, my SD card filled up and we had to switch cameras, so we don't have the stabilizer on this one. But for this particular price point, you're definitely moving up from those more builder grade homes, and definitely getting a lot more square footage. When you get up over 500,000, that's when you're in what I would consider the luxury market for Russellville and Logan County. So you're looking at additional acreage, larger square footage, more upgrades, maybe in-ground pool. Those options all open up when you get just over $500,000. And we really don't see a whole lot of properties sell for over $1 million in Logan County. So there's a lot of options for housing here. Let's go on and drive through the neighborhood so I can show you more of what these homes look like, and then on to our next house. We are now in Stonewall, and this is a neighborhood that would be more of your executive style. A lot of them are 2-story brick homes, and this is where you start to cross into the threshold of luxury property in Logan County. So executive style homes here would be, and really the luxury price point would be anything over at least $500,000. Homes in this particular neighborhood, well, there's one right up here that is for sale that I'm going to show you, and it is just under $700,000. It is actually over 4,000 square feet, and it has 3 bedrooms, 2 full and 3 half baths. It sits on just over 1.42 acres, and they have both attached, a 3-car attached garage, as well as an in-ground pool, play areas in the back, and then they also have a pool house, which is not something we see a whole lot of, even in South Central Kentucky, but we do have them out there. It's a beautiful home, newer model as well, and if that's something that you're interested in, luxury property, you would be looking at least $500,000 in Logan County. And then I have another listing that's going to be coming up in Lewisburg, which is an even larger home on more acreage with a huge shop. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely follow us. We will have that one coming up shortly. But when you start to cross into $500,000 price point, you're looking at anything from larger homes on larger lots to more square footage, even like farm and acreage properties. So we're going to take a look at this one, drive through the neighborhood, and then head on to the next house. So we are downtown Russellville, and I love a good wild card, and the Russellville has one for you. This property behind me is known as the Southern. It was an original bank here off of Main Street. This is South Main. And there's a train going by, of course, and we're downtown because I want to show you some of the beautiful architecture and the history that you can actually capture and still have as yours. This home has been beautifully preserved. It's over 7 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, over 7,300 square feet. And this is the house that was originally a bank that Jesse James and his gang robbed. There is actually a bullet hole still in the walls that has been preserved on this property. And I just want you to take a moment and look at the gorgeous architecture. It is so beautiful. Zoned both for commercial and residential use. This could be a bed and breakfast. It's very walkable. You're only like 2 blocks to the square here. And it is just a beautiful piece of history and something that you don't see anywhere else. And it is priced right now at $697,000. Was originally 1.2. So I guess you could say there are bargains right here in Russellville. Then let's talk about the schools. So there's Russellville Independent School District, and that one services the downtown area, all of your city schools. They have just over 1,000 students across 3 schools. Then there's the Logan County schools, and that's going to be the bulk of the attendees of the schools, and that includes 7 schools, over just about 3,500 students, and also LCCTC, which stands for Logan County Career Technical Center. And that is not like a technical college. That's actually a technical program that goes along with both the city and the county schools. And they help students learn about welding, allied health, CAD, IT, industry trades, serving both districts. And they also are expanding into plumbing services and diesel services as well. So this is where you start to see the community come together and skilled trades come together with them. So they're bringing these students, they're teaching them skilled trades so that they can step into the careers in manufacturing and farming and agriculture that the area is known for. Now let's talk a little bit about the recreation and the fun here in Russellville and Logan County. They have multiple city and county parks with sports fields, playgrounds, and walking trails. There's also partial of Lake Malone State Park that is in Logan County, and it is just 22 miles away. You can have camping, fishing. There are lake properties up there. And then we get a lot of people who are looking for lake property that ask for Lake Malone. And then there's also horseback riding, local equestrian trails and centers around the area. And the Carpenter Center has fitness and recreation for locals. Within the community of Russellville and Logan County, there is a ton to do. They have the Tobacco and Heritage Festival that we spoke about earlier. And then there's also a 400-mile yard sale, and that spans across the state of Kentucky every June along Highway 68. Vendors and travelers travel the highway. I actually have friends who get together, a group of women, and they pile up in a limo and they bring their fanny packs full of cash and they go on this 400-mile yard sale, and they love it. They save up all year for it, and they just love spending time together and finding some local goodies. And then there's also summer concert series that you can find with live bands, local food trucks, and it happens around the Carrico Park Square. Well, that's it. We finished our tour. We've taken a look at Russellville. We saw 4 amazing properties, and now we're wrapped up. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification so that you'll be the first to learn when we post new videos. And we would love to work with you when you start your home search right here in Southern Kentucky.